What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. My name is Big Fry, and shout out to the Fry Nation. Guys, today I want to talk about Battlefield 1 and some of the things that I would like to see coming out of Battlefield 1 that I think would make a solid upgrade from the previous iterations, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. One of the worst things I find about Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 is Battlelog. And the fact is like, I love server browsers, but I feel like it has to be like within the game, if that makes sense. Instead of having to like launch it outside into like Chrome or Firefox and then jump back in the game. Like, it just, to me, it never worked the way that it should. Yeah, you could get into games, but it felt sluggish and it just didn't function the way that a server browser should. When you look at games like Modern Warfare and like the first one on PC, you had it in game. You could browse like in the fucking game. Like, this isn't new. And then like Battlefield 3 comes out and they do this whole Battlelog thing. It's just something that I never really understood, like starting up Internet Explorer or fucking Chrome to jump into a server and then launch the game from there. It's just weird. Speaking of servers, Battlefront, which is another EA DICE game. It's not the Battlefield franchise, but Battlefront launched without the ability to host your own servers. You couldn't rent servers. Communities and clans couldn't do anything. It was Battlefront servers, and that was it. And I said this from the get-go when I first heard about it. The fact that you aren't able to rent servers will kill the community instantaneously. I believe I said that in my rant that I dropped like 2 months before the game launch. When I heard about it, I was like, that's gonna kill community and clans in the game. And look, the game's dead. Like, the game died like a week after launch. And I feel like not all of it, but I feel like a big part of it was the fact that you couldn't have community servers adminned by actual admins who will kick people for cheating and being racist and being homophobic on the mic and all that stuff. Like, it killed community, and I feel like they need to have that in a Battlefield game. Battlefield 3 has had it. 4, like, we need that shit. The biggest problem for Battlefield 4 was the server architecture at launch. It was fucked. Like, joining games and getting disconnected from Battlelog, it was a goddamn nightmare of a launch. And the producer of Battlefield actually came out and said that they lost trust. It was that bad. They lost trust with the gamers. So, like, they need to nail this launch, because Hardline, for the most part, I think was received pretty mediocrely. Like, it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't. A lot of people said it wasn't a Battlefield game. And so they it's like a hit miss type thing there. Battlefield 4, we got it at launch, and it was just so bad. Game was good, but the servers and connecting and staying connected to this online universe was fucking impossible for a long time. It took them a long time to fix it too. So they need to come out the gate swinging with the server architecture, and I really hope that they say something about this at E3. I'm really hoping EA comes out the gate and they tell us that with the engine combined with everything, they have the architecture in place to support a huge fucking launch, because I think people are hyped for this, man. It's been quite a few years since we've got Battlefield 4. So, and like, I don't count Hardline. Hardline's like a sub game, but for a Battlefield game in the franchise, in the main line, it's been a long time. So people are hyped. You know, a lot of people are going to be getting in on this. You need to have the servers correct. I don't understand how in 2016, going into 2017, online games are just expected to fail at launch. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, when a new expansion for WoW comes out, people just assume the servers are going to crash. When a new game comes out day one and it's online multiplayer, it's expected that those servers are not going to hold up. It's fucking crazy. And to me, it's just like, you have pre-orders, right? Like, unfortunately, you have pre-orders, but you have those numbers to tell you how many people are buying into it, right? Fucking take that number and triple it and just expect that many people to be on that shit day one. Like, it's, to me, logically, and I'm not a server tech dude, I'm not anything like that. I just think logically you should be able to kind of guesstimate how big of a load you're going to have on that server day one. And it feels like every fucking game just goes down day one. You get home at work, 5 o'clock, you put in your game, you download the fucking huge patch, and then the servers are down. Every single time. So EA, you guys really got to get your shit together, because this is a big year. You're going up against Titanfall, which is still an EA product. You're going up against Titanfall. You might be going up against Ghost Recon. I've heard rumors it's coming out in September, October. You're going up against Call of Duty. This is your chance, especially this year, because Call of Duty is on a decline, which is something that gamers have been dreaming of for a long time, that the casual market is waking up and realizing that Call of Duty is on the decline, right? And then, of course, they sneak in that remaster to bring it back up. But the thing is there's a shift coming. Call of Duty isn't on top anymore. And Battlefield has a chance to swoop in and just fuck Call of Duty up. And if you come out and the launch server issues are plagued with errors and it's just not working, you fucked yourself. That's how I feel. In terms of gameplay, I think Battlefield games for the most part are pretty good games. You know, there hasn't been a Battlefield game that has dropped that I've been like, ugh. Nope, it's usually server issues, or I'm not playing with a group, so the solo play for me is kind of boring. But other than that, man, they're very solid titles. And the thing is I've noticed when I went down to Star Wars Celebration in 2015, I got to see the first ever gameplay shown of Battlefront. And they said that it was engine footage, and I was like, damn, that looks really fucking good. And then when the game came out, Battlefront, it looked like that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a downgrade graphically. The gameplay was trash in Battlefront, in my opinion. But the gameplay in Battlefield, amazing. You know? So, if you can just come out and bang out that launch and get through that initial spike of people trying the game out day one, you're fucking golden. Let me know in the comments below, guys. That is it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting the channel, leaving the likes and leaving the comments. I really do appreciate it. Use the keyword server down in the comments below. That lets me know you guys made it to the end of the video. There is a poll in the top right. I want you guys to tell me if you think Battlefield 1 is going to dethrone Call of Duty this year. Vote yes or no, and we will have a discussion down in the comments. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.